Welcome back to Narcissism Freedom, where your healing is sacred, your peace is divine, and your truth matters. If you're watching this today, it's no accident. Something inside you is rising, perhaps quietly, perhaps still bruised, but it refuses to stay trapped any longer. Today's message is called the Hidden Trap versus the Divine Escape, and it may be the very insight your soul has been waiting for. Let's begin with a question. Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a situation that looked normal on the outside but felt like slow death on the inside? That's not just emotional discomfort. That's spiritual entrapment. A narcissist doesn't just break your heart. They weave illusions, emotional contracts, and invisible chains. That's the hidden trap. See, narcissistic abuse is rarely obvious at first. It comes dressed as love, opportunity, or support. You're led to believe this person understands you, honors you, maybe even rescues you. But somewhere along the way, the mask slips. Their flattery turns into control. Their affection turns into punishment. Their praise turns into poison when you no longer serve their ego. And the worst part? You start doubting your own reality. That's when the trap tightens. Because once your mind has been hijacked, your spirit begins to shrink. You don't recognize your own reflection. You don't trust your own voice. You become a prisoner inside your own life, walking, talking, and even smiling, but bound. But beloved, here's the truth they never expected. God planted a divine escape within you from the very beginning. Even in your darkest moments, the confusion, the manipulation, the gaslighting, your soul kept whispering, "This isn't right." That whisper? That was the voice of God. Not yelling, not forcing, just gently guiding you back to truth, back to yourself. That's where the divine escape begins, not in the physical leaving, but in the spiritual awakening. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 reminds us, God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. But with the temptation, he will also provide a way of escape, so that you can endure it. That verse is not about mere survival, it's about divine exit strategies. Spirit-led doors opening where you never imagined there could be one. Sometimes that escape looks like sudden clarity. Sometimes it looks like everything falling apart so the truth can be rebuilt. And sometimes it looks like you quietly packing your things, blocking their number, starting therapy, reclaiming your voice, without fanfare, without apology. God doesn't always pull you out in a lightning bolt. Sometimes he leads you step by step, teaching you how to listen, how to discern, how to walk in truth even when you feel weak. That's because God isn't just rescuing you from something, he's preparing you for something. The divine escape isn't just about freedom, it's about alignment. The trap tried to convince you that you were too weak to leave. But the divine escape showed you the power of stillness. It taught you how to hear your own spirit again. It restored what you didn't even know had been lost. And in that restoration, you began to remember who you really are, not just a survivor, but a seer. Not just a victim, but a vessel. See, narcissists create traps based on fear. God creates exits based on truth. The trap says, you'll never find better. The divine escape says, I've already prepared something better for you. The trap says, no one else will love you like I do. The divine escape says, my love heals all wounds. And God's love isn't conditional, manipulative, or performance-based. It doesn't demand you abandon yourself to be worthy. It meets you where you are and says, even here, you are mine. The narcissist used your empathy as a weapon, but God uses it as your superpower. This journey isn't just about getting out, it's about staying out. About detoxing your mind from the lies that kept you small. About allowing God to show you that peace isn't boring, respect isn't conditional, and love doesn't hurt. Let me tell you something. The narcissist tried to make you forget who you were. But God never forgot. You may feel broken, but God sees you whole. You may feel ashamed, but God calls you blameless. You may feel behind, but God says the last shall be first. What they meant for harm, God will use for glory. Maybe the trap wasn't just a place, it was a lesson. A divine classroom that taught you how to see, how to trust yourself again, and how to recognize false light.
And now,
You walk with wisdom. You walk with discernment. You walk with authority. You've been through the fire, and the fire did not consume you. You've been through the silence, and still, you heard God's whisper. You've been through the confusion, and now your clarity cuts like a sword. You are no longer who you were, and that's the greatest miracle of all. And if you're still in the trap, still second-guessing, still feeling stuck, let this message be your sign. The exit is already forming. You don't have to figure it all out in one day. You just have to take one honest step, and then another, and then another. With each step, God clears the way. Because when God decides it's your time to be free, no devil, no trauma, and no narcissist can hold you hostage. Psalm 124 verse 7 says, "We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowler. The snare has been broken, and we have escaped." That's your testimony in the making. You escaped. And if you haven't yet, you will. Your healing may be quiet. Your progress may be invisible to others. But in the spirit, heaven is cheering you on. You were never meant to stay caged. You are light, you are chosen, and you are called to soar. If this message touched something deep within you, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to Narcissism Freedom. Leave a comment below with the number 111 if you know your divine escape is in motion. And if you'd like to support the healing work we do here, feel free to explore donation options linked in the description. Your freedom is not just possible, it's already unfolding. Until next time, take gentle care of your sacred soul.